When I'm with you. When I'm with you.
Hey, what's up? Welcome back to the channel. If you're new, I'm WhosManz. I created this channel to teach myself football through a video game that I've spent like 20 plus years playing, later turned into a dope community of coaches and like-minded individuals. And if you're interested in learning more about football while also trying to get away from the Madden meta, welcome. But yeah, go ahead, subscribe, rate the video, hit the bell, do all that good stuff, leave comments, and I'll see you in there. So for those of us that are just joining, I would recommend going back and watching the other two videos I have up so far. But to give you an overview, the West Coast offense is a strategic football system characterized by short passes, emphasized timing and accuracy. It often involves quick decision making by the quarterback and relies on rapid paced pass game to move the ball down efficiently. Effective blocking is crucial in the West Coast offense for several reasons. The quick, short passing game relies on the quarterback having sufficient time to make rapid decisions and deliver accurate throws. Solid blocking from the offensive line ensures protection, allowing the quarterback to execute plays seamlessly. The offense often incorporates screen plays and bubble screens, where well-executed blocking is essential for the success of these plays. Overall, efficient blocking not only protects the quarterback, but also facilitates the precise timing and coordination required for the West Coast scheme to function effectively. All right, so there's not too much you have to know about the offensive line, the techniques, hand placement, and all that stuff. Madden does that for you. The really important things is to determine where your mic is and where your hot reads are. You're going to need to know this because your opponents are going to be blitzing. The past few years, this cover zero meta, a lot of blitzing, the spinner, things like that, it's going to come up and you're going to need to be able to get the ball out quick because you're not going to want to be blocking 6 or 7 people every single time. It's not going to work long term. So first off, I'm going to tell you guys what the mic is. The mic refers to the middle linebacker on the defense. Identifying the mic is crucial for the offense, especially the quarterback, as it helps determining the blocking assignments and reading the defensive formation. The mic linebacker is often the key player to watch because their position can influence the offensive strategy and play execution. And then from there, once you identify the mic, it'll be easier for your offensive lineman. You're essentially telling your offensive lineman how you want them to block. From there, you'll have your hot read. And a hot read refers to a quick, predetermined passing option that the quarterback can use when facing intermediate pressure from the defense. When the quarterback recognizes that the defense is blitzing or putting on pressure on them, they may have a designated hot route or a hot receiver. The quarterback will quickly release the ball to the receiver, usually on a short or intermediate route, just to counteract the defensive pressure and prevent a sack. Hot reads are a crucial aspect of the offensive strategy, allowing teams to adapt to the defensive pressure and maintain offensive efficiency. Like I said, I ID'd the mic here, which means my center should look this way. Everybody should start looking this way, meaning they should kind of do one of these numbers. And then here, we have the two guys there, which means this guy is our hot. If he stays manned up on the running back who's going out, then I will read the play as intended, because that just means, okay, even if he does blitz and he stays out, I know that if he blitzes, I'm still set. Nobody's coming in scot-free on this side, right? Because it's 3-on-3, and then if he doesn't blitz, it's still 2-on-2, right? I'm 5-on-5 at that point. But if he blitzes and he blitzes, I know that I at least have somebody I can throw the ball to. I know that these two are manned up. This guy is manned up. Most likely he's manned up. So if both of these guys are blitzing, that means this safety is manned up on this running back. That's a lot of ground to cover. 15 yards to cover. And if I get to the flat, he still has way more room to cover than I do. So we're gonna run this play, right? And it's still weird. So they're going opposite of where I call this, where I ID the mic. I don't know why it's doing that, but they're going opposite of where I call this mic. They're not doing it correct at all, which means I have to slide. Huh. So IDing and sliding might have to be the way to go. This is something new because beforehand it never did it this way. Okay, so this is more of a learning thing for you guys as well, because it used to not be this way. If you choose a mic on that side, yeah, this is horrible. I'm gonna actually come back and choose a different team to see if there's anything different, because I guess this is not the greatest line. 63, 71, 62, 83. So it's not the greatest line. Okay, so this offensive line is considerably better. Okay, so it actually picks that up, how it does. Okay, so they do the correct way there. Learning on the fly. Okay, so I think it has more to do with your offensive line overall. We've learned something. Going forward, I'm just going to use the Ratbirds. Now you know when you ID this mic, you don't have to slide the line, just because, one, this could be more of an issue with how good the offensive line is in general. But now that you know, I've ID'd the mic, which means my line should slide this way and take care of these three if they are blitzing. If not, then basically what's going to happen is they'll pick these two up. If he does blitz and he doesn't blitz, my center will look this way and then come back and try to help out this way. It may be a little too late by that time, but at least I know, like I said, if he does blitz, you know, I'm throwing it hot. So we're going to look. You're going to see I throw hot. This is a solid 5, 6, 7 yards every time. And it doesn't always have to be this play. There'll be different plays, but we're going to look. ID the mic, which means my center should look this way. My center should look this way, and then everything should flow that way. From here on the backside, we're taking these two with these two, right? So how this should look is you have 2-on-2. What you should have is 2-on-2 here, and then you should have 3-on-3 there. That just says, hey, I need to look at this player. If he decides to blitz, this is my hot read. I'm throwing it to the hot. If he stays back, well then guess what? It's still 5-on-5, and now I can just kind of make my proper, you know, whatever is going on. If you have, so if I have something like a clear out, something like this, and then something like that. Okay, well, he doesn't blitz. He actually stays right here. Maybe he blitzes. Okay, well, I know that I am solid up front, right? I'm solid up front, and I know that he's taken out, they're taken out. I can just make my proper reads. You know, I can go through my 1, 2, 3, 4, I don't know. I'm just making stuff up as I go there, but from there. So let's look. You see my center turns to that side. This side of my line is flowing this way. He's blitzing and he's blitzing, which means, okay, well then who here, since this whole thing is happening, one is going to come in free, but it doesn't matter. Who is covering this running back, right? I know he's covering, he's covering, he's covering, he's covering. That means this safety, who is 15 yards away from my running back, has to get to the same spot, right? But look what he has to fight through. He has to fight through all of that. So that just means I don't have to block 6 in order to be safe from 6. You see what I mean? Just to make it easier for myself, I want to look at likely. I feel like these two would be my hot reads, even though this is all a quick passing scheme. If likely is my hot read, then I know my front 4 should be taken care of. It's which one of these two guys am I going to be looking at, right? So I want to ID him as the Mike. If I'm not sure if it's him, you can ID your end guy as the Mike as well, but I prefer to ID this linebacker. So I'm going to do that, and that means this part of my line should slide this way, which means you should have one of these. If he blitzes, then I know that likely should be good in the open space. He blitzes, let me get this ball off. Look at that. Thank you for taking the time to come through and watch my video on pass protection. Hopefully you've learned a little bit. Definitely take the time to comment in the comment section if there's something that you've learned. I definitely learned something, especially about the overall of your offensive line. So if you are struggling, maybe there's something about your offensive line that you need to upgrade. And if not, you don't got to worry about it, but at least you understand the mic and things like that. So that is that portion of the offense. And like I said, that's the end of the install. And going forward, there should just be straight gameplay, and I'll be going over more of this stuff in depth. I'll be adding to the playbook as far as specific plays goes. But thank you for watching the video. If you are new, like I said, go hit the subscribe button, hit the bell, and the all that good stuff. And I'll see you going forward. Peace.